Hey, young world, we are back here once again on Crate Diggers. My name is Verbz, and I'm here with
Steez.
We've got another record for you to check out with us today. We're reacting to a classic from the Midwest. We got Brother Ali, the Champion EP, on today's episode of Crate Diggers.
The champ is here.
Let's go.
Crate Diggers.
Let's get it. All right. Grabbing the record here today. Take a little peek. This is a Steez record.
This is from my collection.
We got Brother Ali, the Champion EP from 2004. Let's check out the back. It's pretty sexy. Got the Ali classic.
Ridiculous.
On the front here. Man, Champion EP from Brother Ali. And we had originally lined up that we were going to be doing a Roots record today. Some unfortunate incidents took place, some mischief.
And wound up missing.
It wound up missing. So we're making a last minute substitution here.
That's right.
For some Brother Ali, some classics from Rhymesayers, 2004 era.
Yep.
Let's see, we're at the end of our high school era. This is 21 years ago. Jesus Christ, that's a long time.
Yep.
Man, I'm happy to be spending some Ali. We've always been big fans. We met Ali back probably in like 2003 or 2000.
Yeah, at a record store, right?
Yeah, we met him at the at 360 Vinyl when he was on tour with Slug from Atmosphere.
Right.
And then who else was it? Oh, Micronauts were with him that time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can remember that one.
I'm just remembering the fact that we were in the store and he's digging around through like records and CDs and shit while Slug is signing records, and he was like blown away that we asked him to sign something for us.
Yeah.
He was just, me? You want me to sign?
Yeah, he was busy digging. He just kind of turned around like he couldn't expect that somebody would come up and want to be a big fan of him while Slug is in the room. And he was the most humble dude, had his hoodie up. He signed all our stuff, talked to us about the record like a lot. Which one was it with the...
I think it was Shadows on the Sun.
Shadows on the Sun was just coming. Yep.
Yeah, and that was in 2003, I think. So we met him back then. So this is 20-year journey on this record here. Tell me a little bit about the record and why you chose it today.
Same reason we were just talking about is just like growing up with this guy who's so authentically hip hop. He raps over soulful production, some of the Chipmunk Soul, the stuff that came out from Ant at the time, Slug's producer from Atmosphere. He bodies it, and he doesn't really resemble how amazingly soulful his voice sounds. The two have always been this kind of thing that the internet never really understood how that voice came out of that man. And he is such an unbelievable lyricist as well as moral man, storyteller, and he had so much truth to tell at the time. Like when he came out with this one, it was after all of his kind of personal records, a lot of emotional records and stuff like that. And then he drops the Champion EP, and it's just bars, just so many like straight hip hop bars. And it just became this thing where I was like, oh, we've seen this guy take another level in kind of lyricism and hip hop and come up into that tier of just like some of the better people in the game. So that's why I wanted to run through this again, because I just remember banging samples, beats, personal lyricism, just like, how about you? What do you feel about Brother Ali?
Man, I'm a big Ali fan. I love an MC's MC. He's definitely one of those type of guys. He's kind of in the vein of artists that we've been talking about here on the show, where he's a storyteller and like definitely a truth teller. Against even his own, good at times.
That's right.
I think I just feel like he's a artist who came in with a viewpoint and a sound and some confidence
and a lot to say.
And he has continued on. He's made really powerful songs throughout the time that really kind of tap into some like kind of universality that really hit with people. I know the song Us that comes out a little bit later. There's no you and I, it's just us. And I'm like, ooh, that's great type of community focused lyricism that was a part of a bygone era in hip hop, I guess. And again, it's coming off Rhymesayers. It's interesting to have this like Midwest underground label that really took off at the time. And, you know, being from a smaller market, we've always kind of glommed onto artists who also represent those smaller markets.
Sure,
and
yeah.
have
Every
gotten
time.
a chance. You know, didn't come out of New York or LA or Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know, like a different set of sounds and perspectives. So I've always been a big fan of what Ali brings to the table. And this one's cool because it's kind of like in between. He's put out, you know, Rites of Passage is his first album. That's 2000. That one I don't even think comes out on vinyl. That one's just like, I think it might even just
Does
be
that have Ali Boom-bap or like
that one's even older. This one's like one that kind of it's before Rhymesayers, and then Shadows on the Sun is the big one that like kind of like takes off from there. But this one comes out in between things. And I always thought it was cool as an EP, but it's still stacked. It's got like 8 songs on it, and all of them all have like an interesting like. They all deserve to be on wax. It's not a throwaway mixtape or anything like that.
It's like Ant's style, like front to back, take you through a story type sampling, where he's one producer who could take a bunch of records and use them to sample to tell the emotions of the guy who's talking. And he's so good at that with Slug, and that translates perfectly right here. He's just amazing with it.
He always finds a great vocal sample to flip that's saying something, and that makes an interesting beat to rhyme off of. It sets you up for a topic and that kind of thing, or at least you can be guided along the way, or you know, bounce it off in the opposite way, have it mean something totally different than what it sounds like. So yeah, I'm a huge Ali fan. We've seen him several times performing. There was one of my favorites. I think we saw him up at Bumbershoot. Again, we always talk about Bumbershoot. We loved Bumbershoot. It was one of the greatest festivals. Still a great festival, but a great festival. Different look today than it was in the past. But that was where we got to see a ton of the artists that
indie artists to major artists, anything.
Everything in between. I mean, like there was like you'd go hit 6 to 10 concerts a day, a podcast, and an art show.
You might see Flying Lotus, and then you might see Hall & Oates.
Yeah, that's what we fucking did. So yeah, let's get into a couple songs. We're gonna take a couple select choices off this EP since it's got 8 songs. We're not gonna do a full album check on this one. We're just gonna pick a few selections that we've always found, you know, to be great songs,
bangers. So
we'll start out with the Champion remix.
Oh man.
Yeah, coming from you, 2004, Brother Ali, Champion EP.
Let's get it.
Let's listen to here on Crate Diggers. Let's go.
Oh, I can't wait.
Because you're now fucking with a champion.
It's in the champion sound.
The champion sound.
Ali.
Champion sound. I'm a trendsetter
with a wicked vendetta.
Venomous skeleton shredder. There's never been better. Plus my 4th to the 10th letter. Rip heads quick, you little chick. Better never get a glimpse at a ugly charmer.
Already, how we feeling when it comes on?
It's good. Definitely in his like aggressive, flamboyant, shit talking, battle rap type of thing. Because that's what all of these guys were at the time. I mean, like, go back and see some of the Scribble Jam shit. You'll see guys like him. You'll see Sage Francis and Idea and these people. They were battle rappers and rhymers.
Yeah, just skillful artists. Oh, let's hear this hook.
Got a good reggae hook on this one.
Just like listen to the whole mix though. It's like powerful, like big, even though it's like nice reggae, it's just like he's really emphasizing those trumpets.
Okay, we got to hear those basketball bars. I just had to stop that one.
Run it back.
Let's hear this. Let's see. I heard Bob Knight. I think Latrell Sprewell, choking players like him.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Let's hear it.
Choking players like I'm Bob Knight. Choke the coaches like I'm spree well.
There we go.
To the sayers till they knees round. Shake the game up worse than single white females. Walk into their car alone, flashing 3 bills. These little kids are talking about how little I know. Boy, I grab a mic and rock you like
The Triple Five Soul. That's a good brand. We gotta bring that back.
Who owns that? Somebody owns that IP, and it's just
a Cindy the 5 hoodie. Still need one.
Those horns are iconic.
Yeah.
That sound existed so prominently for a while.
No joke. And this is what I was talking about with Ant's production too. It's like so well mixed, like almost like a different style of hip hop record. Like Drake's producer 40 does this really well with samples. Is just like putting a drum over them that could have been on the record. It's so seamlessly sampled. You're like, is that even a sample? He just is. He's fantastic at mixing.
hand you some. Okay. There was a little slug feature back there a second ago. I heard a little drop in there.
Nice. And then these skits too. You get a full-fledged record when you get Ant.
When Ant's doing the scratching on here, adding your vocal samples, some fades, echoes. There we go.
So he can barely stand.
I'll do anything for y'all cats to show support like that. When I battle, they hold my back.
I think it's also the result of that first sets of tours that he's going on and seeing his first sets of fans really. Like, you change when you started to see that people are behind you.
And they were fucking with Brother Ali every time we saw this man on stage. But like, where do you get that type of voice? You know what I mean? Like, a voice is that, it's so valuable. Your tone is so your tone is so valuable. Like, you can make so many different types of records because that's how you were born to sound. And he's got the preacher emphasis. And he excels at like emphasizing Jamaican references and things like that too. He's so great with his vocal inflection.
Got a pocket full and I can hand you some.
All right.
Got a pocket full and I can hand you some. Let's get it. All right.
Playing.
All right, that was the Champion remix from the Champion EP, Brother Ali, Minnesota, Rhymesayers, 2004. How you feeling about the first track here?
I haven't heard this in long time, especially something that I used to bump in that era. Not everything made it out, but like hearing this again, like I would easily throw this back into a rotation. He's so energetic. He's like capturing like victory and champion feels and like all in a different way where it's not a trap hip hop song like a Drake Trophies or something like that. It's in this other kind of like reggae kind of bop sample. It just is, it's so unique in itself. It's just a perfect braggadocious song, right?
True. I mean, it's definitely in the vein of what hip hop started with, is those braggadocious tracks. All right, so we got a ton more tracks to choose from on here. Which ones did you want to throw on here?
The other one I think we want to do is Chain Link.
Chain Link. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to hear this one here. This is song 2 on side 2. All right. Chain Link, Brother Ali. Let's go. Good Lord. That was a disaster.
Oh, here we go.
All right, I needed that. It was like a breath of fresh air after fucking up the drop, bro.
One of those like once in a lifetime samples where it just loops that perfectly. Whew.
There's certain samples where you're just like, oh, it was all there. It was all there from second one.
Yep. Oh, and those synth stabs.
God. I'm not kidding. That gives me a little goosebumps when I hear that type of production.
It was during a time too where like that sound was so like pure and outstanding.
Man, that record. Whoever he samples on this that's like hip hop classics. This is fantastic production. Oh, and I love his tone too. soul is. It's like this whole.
He's found a different tone on this track for sure.
He's doing a storytelling, like almost like an Ice Cube type thing.
Look at my abilities, but I'm a dreamer in a lot of ways. I feel if you believe in God, then you believe in brighter days. Keep my son's heartbeat in my sleep.
I love his just ability to do, like, he's got like 20 tones. He's got the angry tone, he's got the soulful tone, yep. He can sing without a sing. See, his morals have always been like, he's trying to punch you in the face with the songs. He's not a guy who is taking a deep topic and then doing his own metaphors with it. He's really hitting you with like the full force of the lesson every song.
Yeah.
And that's why I always found like it's not like the most relaxing music to always have Bro Ali on, but it's contemplative and it's deep and it's like it's unique as hell and it's definitely artistic. So that's I love talking about it again. It's Brother Ali's insane.
Well, it's so good. It has true emotion. It's definitely trying to convey. I love this right here. Let's go. All right. But yeah, it's just he's conveying so much with imagery and the things that he's seeing and the people around him. And it isn't like all grandiose. It is street level.
Yeah, exactly. I
see him
agree.
Wearing a sweatshirt walking down a gray street. You know, it is not. This isn't sunny day blinged out music. You know, like I think Minneapolis and I think Portland in that way, like doesn't always lend to making the sunniest day music. And then I guess I've probably always been a little bit drawn towards some of the music that hits those same tones.
I mean, we're gonna get into a song called Rainwater in a second too. Like it has its different feel because of where he comes from, and it's not the same story as everything that you've heard before, but it's incredibly soulful.
You know, Marvin Gaye is my religion, so I'm with it.
I mean, these are like classic style verses too.
When he's touching back on his old projects, right? Same rooms, same view, same cast of characters. So this is Shadows on the Sun, Room with a View. This is, you know, like connective to the old thing, which is always what hip hop should do, is connect to the old thing and push you to the new.
Nobody stays as long as it takes to become neighbors. He just is so poignant. He hits you. He's great. He's a great lyricist.
Hey, when your house is $500,000, you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna stay. All right, let's get on to the next one here.
That's so good.
All right, so that was Chain Link from Brother Ali, 2004 Champion EP.
Man.
We're gonna go to the last song on this EP, my personal favorite on this one. I always thought it was called God's Rainwater, but it's called Rainwater on this version here. It's just another one of his more personal, emotional, touching songs. A little more.
It's like a perfect indie hip hop closer. It's kind of like the De La Soul style of ending albums on huge emotional notes and like powerful things to say. De La Soul ran that. They were so great at that, and this is kind of that touch that I feel like they always lended themselves to.
How's this drop right here, bro? What's the groove like over here, man? We good?
We're good. We're close.
I don't want to fuck this up.
Close.
Again. How you feeling? Is it all right?
I'm optimistic about this one.
How are you feeling about these first two songs? I think this is probably new music to you. This is probably not in your wheelhouse. What is this feeling like?
It's definitely not in my regular rotation, but I'm digging it. I really like. You guys kind of touched on it. The beats are very like dense. They're very. There's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of like, not like bleed, but there's a lot of like thickness. It doesn't feel like everything was like refined and separated perfectly. It all blends together well, and he's just doing his thing. Like it's real, like locked in, super tight vibe. No missteps anywhere. Just talented.
Yeah, incredibly talented. Especially because he's a guy who can sing. He captures two things at once going on with his not just soulful like intent and lyrics, but the way he can sing over something like that. That whole stress about the rent bar is just fantastic.
I saw this video the other day that stuck with me, and it was Tracy Chapman performing for a crowd of like 50,000 or something like that. And I think what had happened was like, I can't even remember. It might have been like Paul McCartney could not make it. And so they were like, well, Stevie Wonder. That's who it was. Stevie Wonder could not make it. So they're like, we'll just throw, Tracy Chapman up here. And she's playing Fast Car. And you can feel the lightness and the delicateness and the slowness and the like confidence it would take to stand in front of that many people and play something that like revealing and personal, but also like light in music. It's just there's nowhere to hide. It's your voice and like this simple guitar. And I feel like Ali is one of those guys who can stand out and stand in a like quietness, which is a tough thing for MCs to do. As a DJ, I fucking can't deal with it.
It's tough.
So seeing an artist who is confident in the quietness is always interesting to me. I've always found that as like a powerful thing you can do. And Tracy Chapman won those crowds. We watched him win over plenty of fucking crowds. So not comparable in the like big stage thing, but in the way that somebody can stand up and have very little going on behind them and still command so much with their presence and their tone. I think that's kind of what I'm tapping into here in that preacher sort of sensibility.
For sure.
All right, so we're going to play Rainwater, aka God Rainwater, Brother Ali. Let's
do it.
Oh,
what a drop.
Nailed the drop, guys. I'm back,
good.
baby.
He's a DJ. Don't forget, he's a DJ. Let's get into some of this soul.
We're praying right ahead. Take him to church. That Chipmunk Soul. Let's go.
In the motherfucking thin air.
In the motherfucking thin air.
Preach. Nah, you can't not feel something when you hear that record drop. It's just one of those.
Flow through the same gutter that we.
Yeah, it's been even longer since I heard this.
At times you gotta kick your way through this bitch. And I can't stop feeling guilty smiling. A wise man once told me that every cloud has a silver lining. I wanted to believe him, but it's a trick to find him when the people around me continue dying. Granddad was in the twilight of his life when he closed
already with the deepness.
What make a 10th round fighter with a winning score? Decide he need to throw a towel for the whistle blow. Maybe I'll never know, but I inherited his poetic soul, so the symbolism's yet to show. Was life so obscene?
Can't even talk over this.
That's nice. He's just got like a lot of that, like that folksy wisdom we always talk about. Some of the best MCs having, like so much of that stuff at your disposal is huge for writing. So many, old time sayings like that are maybe have worn out, but they fit bars and lessons and messages so well that having them at your disposal is huge for an MC and like getting your message across like Ali does every single time.
Also, all of his lines, all of his bars, all of his parts, they all end really melodically. Kind of touching on what you were saying earlier about how he's like very musical. Like, there's not a single phrase that even feels like it's off from the music. You know what I mean? Like, it
doesn't
just
feel punchy.
No. It's
recorded. It's like a live thing.
Yeah.
Or even that it would fit over a different beat. It's like this was made to be together.
You could take this and make music under it even.
Right. Yeah.
I'm on the one like the first kick drum on the beat.
Someday I'm gonna wanna peel back these calluses and really feel life again, and that's what my challenge is. I've been kicking.
See, I wouldn't predict challenges to be, and that's what my challenge is, and my challenges is just, again, this dude is like at art school. You gotta really listen to what he's saying or understand how deep he is with his metaphors. Like, he's being crafty intentionally. It's not
you got to be open to it, right? Because there's so many people who are just like, I don't want to be preached through. I don't want to hear that shit.
Absolutely.
But there's some like
in hip hop too.
There's some natural charisma that he brings that you're like, all right, I guess I should listen to what this motherfucker has to say. Maybe him.
That's dope to sing and then be like, oh, I'll just seamlessly go into my verse. Not many people doing that.
Well, and he talks about it here. I think this is another reason we both feel connected to him is he's a legally blind artist, right?
Oh yeah,
he's
for sure.
It's from albinism. And, you know, you and I have both of our parents worked at the school for the blind our whole lives. And so we've always felt a little bit of kinship and connection to people who are at least focused on people who need extra support and love, but also end up being some of the most creatively and gifted people we meet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's something that we've always tapped into. Where you're like, you look past any of that for artistry and beauty.
Right, especially when you put headphones on and listen to this, you're like, why does it matter anything about what he looks like right now? Man's bodying records. And honestly, even before like the heavy internet era, he was already getting like a lot of scrutiny and criticism for how he looked. But the second you hear a record, it's like, what do I care what he looks like, man? This is the type of hip hop that if you're searching for some more meaning, something to dig deep into, like a Frank Ocean record. Like if you want to dig deep into some lyrics and some vibes, Brother Ali has 3 to 5 albums that you could run through with that type of vibe. And again, it's so sick talking about it right now. I can't believe how sick Brother Ali like aged to me. And just listen to that Ant production.
Your fist clenched. Time you gotta kick you with this bitch. All right, we did it. This was Brother Ali, the Champion EP. Gave you a little taste. Go ahead and check out the rest of it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
This is a record that feels really good. It just has like a lot of heart, a lot of energy, a lot of like thoughtfulness, and it's kind of fun at the same time, which is cool because like it's sometimes the preachiness can be over preachy, and I'm not just saying that. I'm not saying that for Ali. I'm saying that for any artist in general. Like
in music,
you can burn out on a message. Sometimes you just need to hear a story. Sometimes you need bars. Sometimes you need to hear somebody do their braggadocious raps. I like the balance that he brings on this. Ant's production is very cool. He's always been a great sourcer of samples. Like I mean, his chops are always beautiful.
He's a craftsman.
I always love the vocal samples he throws in. It's always a thoughtfully produced record. It sounds like it's a cohesive piece that comes together, even if they're like random songs that have totally different spirits on them. It comes together in an interesting way on this one here. So I'm happy to be rocking some more Brother Ali. Shout out Ali and the Rhymesayers and this era of artists. Thankful for these types of records that we came up listening to and got excited about and got involved with.
When I hear it back now, the mixing and the beats are the things that age so well for me. The lyrics too. I mean, he's bodying these things as far as flow, topics, lyricism. I didn't hear anything I wouldn't say is like completely aged itself out. And this is from early 2000, 2004?
2004.
Yeah. So if you're talking indie hip hop with, like I said, something to sink your teeth into, something that has some real soul, some real narrative, and a lot of great melody on top of that. Like this is the type of stuff you seek out. But I think for Ali, this is just such a perfect package record for Brother Ali. Like if you had never heard the artist and you gave him this 8 songs in, you get your bragging song, you get your emotional song, you get your take him to church, you get your relationship music. It's all in here. And I feel like there's major standouts too. Like even the rest of his music, I have a huge personal connection to, but like owning this vinyl and just kind of rehearing is bringing all that back to me. And just, man, Brother Ali is an inspiring person, and shout out to you, Ali.
All right, so we have to get down to the actual ratings here. The most important rating in the game, bopability.
For sure.
Bopability.
Yeah, bopability.
I might have done it. I might have finally fucking done it.
Who knows?
All right, so Bopability, let's go. Champion remix bopability.
Oh, that's high.
High bopability. I'm going to go pretty damn high bopability, especially if I was going to mix this into something like some reggae stuff, some like Collie Budd, some Damian Marley, something like that. I think it would fit delightfully.
Oh yeah.
We'll go into Chain Link. What's the bopability on Chain Link?
Yeah, I think that was mid-high too.
Mid-high. All right, I'm going to go mid on it. It doesn't have the thing. I couldn't play it for the crowd, but I could play it for an end of the night.
Album joints though.
Definitely riding around in your car, listen to it, play it for your friends. This is definitely one of those records that we played, like sitting around at night playing video games and shit.
And the message is crazy.
It's a good break between like bangers.
There
you know
you
what I
go.
mean? Like it's like you said, album take for sure, but like it's the perfect song to have in between ones where you're like, all right, here we go again.
And then
slow them down and then bring them back up.
My personal favorite on this one, Rainwater. What's your bopability?
It's very high again.
Ooh,
I can't remember that beat being like that, but damn, I thought it was more like no drums, but man, it slaps.
Kind of what I was talking about near the end of that, where I was talking about an artist being able to do it without that much production behind him. At the end of it, it's just claps and some vocal soul sample, but it's just
some humming.
Him singing his bars over the top of that.
That's right.
I obviously this isn't one that you're gonna like kill a crowd with, but it might be the very last song you play in a night. It is a really good, like soulful, spiritual feeling joint, and you need those in your life.
That's how you end an album, right?
That's how you end an album.
Take him to church.
All right, so we have another episode coming for you here soon.
Yes, sir.
Crate Diggers Don't Stop. Make sure that you go and hit our channel, give us a like, subscribe, give us a comment, tell us what your favorite track from Brother Ali.
What song do you like the most on the album? If you heard the whole thing, maybe it's Bad Motherfucker.
Yes. And let us know what else you want to hear on here. We're going to be experimenting with like different eras of things, different genres, and making sure that we're covering the bases of all the music that we have in our collection. So make sure to let us know what you want to hear out here. We got to grab our next record. So let's see. I think I'm going to pick up this
Verbz
one
time.
right here. We're going to go Redman, one of my all-time favorite MCs, The Goodness.
Yeah.
We're going to hit that like Y2K era. We're hitting it heavy. So come on back. Check out some Redman, one of the funniest MCs to ever pick up the mic and one of the best MCs to ever pick up the mic, just period. Flat, broke, period. So yeah. Thank you for checking out this episode of Crate Diggers, and huge shout out to our special guest. Well, no, it's not even a special guest. He's a member of the fucking team now. Jimmy is here producing this from Jimmy's Jambox. Make sure you check out his incredible interview podcast, interviewing some of the best artists in this area in the Pacific Northwest. That's Portland, Vancouver, and beyond. So yeah, Jimmy, thank you so much for taking care of us, making sure that we're sounding good, looking okay. And just really appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Catch us next time for Redman, The Goodness. We'll be back next time for Crate Diggers. Let's go.
We out.
Crate Diggers.